Good evening. It is the 3rd of January, 2024. How about that? New year, new whole thing. I hope y'all having a good new year. I hope y'all had a good Christmas. Hope y'all having a good new year. And today I wanted to get a review in on Delta 6 Patrol. It's a D6 solitaire war game, and it's put out by Art of War Games. And Joe Fernandez is the designer, right? Yeah, we're going to look at it a little bit, and maybe I'll go over few of the mechanics. I don't really want to do a whole playthrough, but we'll go. So what you're going to do, you're going to pick a scenario. So let's go ahead and pick scenario 1, right? And you got a map, and you got a player aid here, right? So you want to see how many points you have in your scenario. So you look over here and move to contact. That's the first scenario in the book. You've got 12 points, right? The points are, I'll get to that in a minute. The points are easy to follow. So you need a lot of dice in this game. You're going to need dice that are D6s, 2 different colors. Sizes works too if you have 2 different sizes, but 2 different colors, at least 2 different colors to differentiate your group, right? What you're going to do. So dice plays a big role. So you say you have 12 points. All right. Let's say you wanted 2 squads, right? So you want 2 squads, that'll give you your 12 points. Right? So if you want to buy a specialist, it's going to cost you. So if you buy a specialist, you can only buy one specialist. Say you want to buy a medic. You're going to say, okay, a medic you're going to go down from 6 to 5, right? Because you buy that. You want to buy grenades. You want to buy your other stuff here, your equipment. It's going to make you go down further, right? And so you can disperse that however you want it. If you buy a team leader here at the beginning, you can change formations. So that's that line formation, wedge, so forth. So you can change formations that can affect things, right? You have a terrain key here, and you have and so you get on the board, and what you're going to do, you can come in there on 1, I think. By the way, I'm not trying to give you all the rules and do a playthrough. I'm just trying to give you a few of the mechanics. So what you would do, or if you want to, say you want to take those 12 points, I do suggest going through 2 squads of 6 or 3 squads of 4. Oh, shoot, you can do, I tried it. 1 squad of 6 dice, it doesn't work too well. You just try to, they're really brittle. It's really brittle units when you do that. But you can do it. You know, the first playthrough, even for somebody experienced, I would say just use the squads and so you can see what it's like. I think it's a different experience than after you buy stuff, and I think you'll understand the game better now. But you can do what you want to. You buy the game, you play it how you want to, right? So you're gonna come in right here, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna roll for contact. Roll 1d6. As long as you roll 1 through 5, you're good. You won't have contact with the enemy. You can't have an accident if you roll a 5. You'll lose some. So there's the all clear. So now you can move, right? And we're trying to get to J4, I think. So we're trying to get there to end the game, right? So if you could go about that, right? Going through and marking off. You've got what here? 18 turns. Wow. You could, by the way, you could get into them if you do roll a 6. If you do roll a 6, you're gonna have to fight somebody, right? And then you're gonna roll how big the squad's gonna be on this here. Squad is going to be 1d6 minus 1. So it'll be a 5 unit squad, right? And then you're going to roll again for position. And it's always going to go to your lead unit, right? And position is going to be here. So that's the position. And that's where you're engaged at. So you're going to fight or whatever. And fighting is really easy, too. All you're going to do is roll a die for you. I don't have... Say I don't have any modifiers. That'd be a 1 and a 6 would be a 7. Then a 6 and a 5, right? If I was attacking him, I would do no damage. And then vice versa. When it's his turn to attack, he's going to do the same thing, right? And you're going to add the modifiers for your terrain and whatnot, and grenade, that's what you're using, and whatnot. And you're going to go with that until you lose everybody or until you finish the scenario. That's just a quick overview. Just a quick play, talking about playthrough, right? That's just a quick play. And you've got several scenarios like this. Second map here, right? And you go through there, and you got several scenarios that tell you different things here, right? Different missions is what we're calling them here, and that's that. Sort of. That's a. I've glossed over a lot of things. You get the game, you might want to read the rules. And we'll talk about that. Again, it's a review. It's not a playthrough. Don't really want to play through it. I guess I could, but I think it'd bore everybody to death. That's about what it is. This is just a little roll on tables, and hoping not to get a 6. And when you do get a 6, you get contacts, and you're going to have to deal with it. You can disengage, but now they're going to come after the lead unit now. So it's always. I think it's always the lead unit that they will show up at and try to take out, obviously. So, what I think about the game. Well, this is meant to be a very simple, tactical level war game for somebody, especially for beginners, I believe is what it is. And in that, I think it's a pretty good game. In that, I think it's maybe the best solitaire game you could give to somebody to teach them how to play a war game, a tactical war game with that. There is no facing in this game, nothing like that. And I think it's probably the easiest way for somebody to learn how to play a war game solitaire as far as a tactical or war game in general. You got a lot of the things. Simple rules. You read through the rules. The only thing I didn't like, and this isn't Art of War Games with Joe Fernandez's fault at all, but right here, the one thing, what does Amazon do with their print? Now this pink keeps showing up, and it's a printing thing, and it's man, now that I say it, yeah, it's pink like here. I don't know if you can see it. It's pink here, and it didn't affect anything. It just bothered me for whatever reason. All this pink throughout the book, just pink smears, like somebody's putting on blush and smeared it throughout the book, man. Right there's some more. I don't know. I find that bothersome. That's a nitpick, and that's Amazon printing. You got nothing to do with how good or bad the game is. You got some notes. I always like to put notes in the back of there. In the back of a game book like that. Lose my voice. Sorry. I had too much of it. It's kind of chilly here. Kind of chilly in the United States, I reckon, what I've been seeing. It was in like the 50s today. And now it's 10 o'clock at night and it's in the 40s, so kind of chilly where I'm at. It looks like it's going to be that way for a few days. So probably why I'm losing my voice. Getting some kind of sinus infection or something. No matter. We will carry on. So... But that's a nitpick I'm making about the print of it. That's Alexa. Maybe I'm talking too loud. Anyways, the parts about the game that I thought were excellent is the showing up on the contact table. I thought that was excellent. I thought that was smart when you're moving through. I thought it was also smart to use dice for everything. So I got 2 squads. I'm using dice. Another colored dice guy shows up here. Now I'm dicing off. I thought those were excellent deals. I really felt it felt like a little like a very simple game of ambush, right? I kind of thought that when I was going through and I'm moving through and just suddenly shows up, or I have contact, or an accident, or I have contact and it's a booby trap. It's not a unit. It's a booby trap. I found that just fun to play, just fun to go through and play and shooting. 2 squads shooting at each other and trying to get through and trying to get out. I found that interesting. Found it compelling in some ways. Buying the specialists and stuff here, it's okay. The equipment's really good. The grenade, or what else is the other equipment you can buy? The other stuff. Is there a mortar? Whatever. That's really good. The specialist, the medic or whatever, is pretty good. And the formations. You buy a team leader and you can change formations from line to wedge. Or whatnot. And I didn't really think that added that much, but it is kind of adds a little bit of complexity to it later on. I think that it's not a complex game at all, but I think moving the dice around and doing some of that lets you get used to some of the fiddliness. It's not a fiddly game, but it does let you get used to fiddliness, to what you will get into in harder, more fiddly tactical games. There's a little fiddliness to it, but nothing to really bother me, and nothing to make you want to say, "Man, I want to throw something." No, it's very smooth in that way. So I've played this a few times now. Haven't played it in a couple days. That's why I'm not really probably refreshing the rules. Rules are easy. Rules you get. They get you how to play that stuff. That's a good thing. Just read the rules and go through it, and you'll get it in no time. And what do I think about it? I think it's good. If I was going to rate it, I'd rate it like a 7.3, 7.4 out of a 10, which is way above average. It's not an average game. In my opinion, it's above average. If you're an experienced wargamer, you may not want to play this that much, but hear me out. You can take this to a hotel room or take it to anywhere you want to, as long as you have dice and you can set it up and a pencil. You can set up and play, no problem. It's no problem whatsoever, and it will give you a feel of a war game. Not a lot of depth, but it'll give you a feel of a war game. If you don't have much time, 10, 20 minutes maximum, I think. You can probably play a couple games in 20 minutes on some of them. So, yeah, there's that. But if you're a beginner, this is for you. Actually, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. At $10, $11 or whatever it is, it's worth every penny of it. And I think that there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun to it. Here's the litmus test. Will I play it again? I played it enough to give a little review. Will I play it again? Absolutely. I will play it again. I'm going to play this tomorrow, actually. I'm going to take it with me. I'm going to play it probably tomorrow night. So, yeah, totally worth it for me. It's totally worth it for me. Like I said, the only issue I have is having enough dice, right? 'Cause everything, you use dice with everything. Your units are dice. You can put dice up here as markers. I think that's what it's meant to be. Dice up here as markers to let you remember what specialists you have, or what equipment you have, or whatnot, how much equipment you have, or whatnot, right? So, yeah, it's a lot of dice used. I think probably you can use it. Yeah, you can use a die for that. So a turn track. So a lot of dice used. As long as you have 2 color, white and black, or 2 different sizes, you're golden. That's about it. There's not a lot to it. But it's fun. It's fun, and it's not historical. It's not meant to be. So you can do a lot more with it since you ain't got to hit the historical markers. But the contact rolling, those contact tables, I found fun. And you could play with those a little bit, make a couple other contact tables and a couple other scenarios, and you'd be perfect with it. You could do some fun stuff with it. It's good. Like I said, it kind of reminded me of a super simple, ambush in points of it. So, and that's the highest praise I could give any tactical game. A beginner game is that it had a little bit. If you squint hard enough, a little bit, you can have an ambush feel, right? All right, that's about it. Good game. Thank you, Joe Fernandez. Maybe you'll do I don't know. I would like to see another one like this, but just a little bit more complex. But he's got all those other games, and we're going to look at those too. I'm going to play those, and we'll have some reviews of those later. But yeah, I'm probably going to buy me another one of these books because I'm probably going to end up giving this away, and I want one for not only the archive myself, but I like to play it too. Here's some of the other Men of War. That's Rhodesia. That's Foreign Legion, Rhodesian Bush War, Foreign Legion, and what's this one here? I don't have this one. I'm going to have to buy this. I'm going to have to get this one soon. What is the third? I don't know, man. I can't read it. Is it the Contras? Yeah, Contras. So that's it. I think if you start with this and move into the other ones, you won't do bad at all. So sorry about rambling. Again, a little tired. Happy New Year to y'all. I hope everyone has a great New Year. Hope all your dreams and wishes come true. And I'll talk to you later. And thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. See you soon. Bye-bye.